What if shiny Pokemon were in Gen 1 OU? Now I know what you're thinking. This doesn't make any sense. It's just a color change. Why exactly would you make a video on shiny Pokemon? Nothing would change. And that's wrong. For one, they technically already do exist. You can shiny hunt in Gen 1 because you can transfer Pokemon from the first generation to the second. There's actually entire videos and websites where you can find out about this. But the TLDR is that basically Pokemon in Gen 1, since both Gen 1 and 2 have the exact same DVs and EVs and whatnot, Pokemon with the DVs that always become shiny means if you catch Pokemon with those DVs, you can transfer them to Gen 2 and they'll be shiny. It started with just the ones you see here, the Pokemon that you can encounter and soft reset for. But since then, you can also figure out DVs by Pokemon you catch at the game corner. And I'm pretty sure, while it's hard, you can figure out any Pokemon you catch just to see what its DVs are. There's even an entire a website where you can, it's basically a calculator you can use to figure out any Pokemon's DVs or what the odds are. So let's say I want to look for Rhyhorn, right? It'll show me everything I need to know. It's actually really cool, I would say. The levels and stuff, let's say we're using level 97. It'll show what the stats you need to be in order to be shiny if you catch it in Gen 1. It's interesting. But here's why shiny Pokemon would be relevant in Gen 1. And it's for bad reasons. Because you see here, this is a standard Gyarados. I don't know what a standard set would be in Gen 1 underuse. But these look like moves that are fired up. So let's say it's like this. Let's move to the shiny Gyarados. Notice something? Notice how the stats are a little bit different? That's because in Gen 2, in order for a Pokemon to be shiny, all of the DVs need to be 10 exactly, except for attack. And the HP of every DV depends on the other DVs, which means if your Pokemon's shiny, the DVs will always be 8, instead of 15. As you can imagine, this is really not good if you're trying to play competitively. So technically, you can always catch a shiny Pokemon in Gen 2, assuming it's a Cantonian Pokemon, transfer it to Gen 1, and you can use it. It won't look very different on the screen, it'll still look like a normal Gyarados per se. But you can technically do that, and it's not good. This isn't even much of a what if video, this is just something you can technically do right now. But shiny Pokemon, there would be a change if you tried using them, and that's that they're just strictly worse. But on the bright side, this is some interesting trivia. For Gyarados here, you can actually use Gyarados to work with Gen 1 in order to actually have a really good chance of getting any single type of baby Pokemon or shiny baby Pokemon you want. Because I'm pretty sure the way it works is that if you catch the shiny Gyarados in the Wake of Rage, transfer it to Gen 1, if you have a wild Ditto transform into your Gyarados, if you catch it, I'm pretty sure it'll have the correct DVs to where it'll always be shiny. So you can transfer that into Gen 2, it'll be a shiny Ditto. And the way breeding works in Gen 2 is that, I believe the Pokemon almost always have almost the exact same DVs. So the moment you catch one shiny Ditto, pretty much almost every single Pokemon that you breed with that Ditto will have almost identical DVs, if I remember correctly. Which means that it just gives you a really easy way to just keep breeding and get any shiny, or mostly any shiny you can ever want in Generation 2. Interesting, but not much to do with actual Gen 1. Gen 1 shinies will just be bad, no other way to put it. This is a short video because tomorrow is actually going to be the 1-year anniversary that I started making what if videos. And I want to have 3 videos uploaded today, because I want to just make sure, my 1-year anniversary will also be my 200th episode. So do not be surprised to see more short videos being uploaded today. But until next time, this is Groundback, and I look forward to hearing from you.